Andrew, how'd you do it?
Yeah. Well, I think that was pretty classic Cedar Point frostbite deck with that kind of southwester there. Although, I think we have full moon either tonight or tomorrow night, and I think you guys all saw the amount of water ebbing out. So, yeah, that right to left off the start line made a huge gap at the boat. It was slowing down, I think, after race 3, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty prevalent. So, yeah, I like the right, but for the first 2 races, I wasn't willing to commit and dig in hard. So I figured, win the boat, just drive off, and try to control the fleet. And it worked until people started digging hard right early. And then they got out of the current and into those right-hand puffs, which were pretty significant. So yeah, towards the middle of the day, I started to notice guys were starting behind us and then going right and beating us to the windward mark. So yeah, I think that just started to dictate to everybody that you had to play for more and more right. So yeah, and then downwind, playing course right, just with the current. I think that was important. But it was a little balancing act because you had to kind of ease off on playing right as the day progressed. It wasn't that straightforward. And it was quite shifty. I think I used my compass the most on that Harry Anderson Leeward when I was racing markup wind. Kind of an advantage for me because I had the compass and I had 3 races to go off of. But yeah, working right and just timing it with shifts was really important, and not just saying, oh, I'm just going to go for speed and I'll hit a shift at some point. Knowing the range of the shifts and how long they were lasting in duration, I think was important. But yeah, those I think we all kind of knew those digital compasses would be a bit of a game changer. I think they really are. They're a world of difference versus the cards we all used to play with. I never really liked those cards. I think they only really helped with larger shifts, open water, big starting lines. But I'm starting to find now that the digital compass you can use on the short course, and it's just like an extra reference. Usually in the short course we're just looking at trees on the shoreline or the end of an island or something like that, and we're up and down off of that on one tack or the other. But now we can see 5-degree shifts versus that. So it's helping, and I'm enjoying playing with it and using it.
It's really helpful when you round the leeward mark, because you find out immediately whether you're low or high relative to your numbers on the beat, and that can be really, really helpful, especially when you're ahead or if you're in a big clump of boats. Sorry to interrupt.
No. And I think I went a little brain dead on one of the last beats. And then I met, it wasn't Phil, it was Paul Crane. Paul Crane was right. I had like 30, 40 yards on him at the leeward mark, and I was like playing AJ and just making sure I stay between AJ and the finish. And then Paul dug in left on the last beat. He just played shifts, and he was right there within a boat length of me at the finish. So yeah, I mean, I still got to play those shifts. It's not all defense, and he did well there. But yeah, just riding waves downwind and also trying to figure out the right angle. A couple times there I had to jibe to make sure I was on the fastest jibe downwind. It wasn't just about, bearing off on starboard or, just thinking, jibe rounding and play course right downwind and dig into the current slowly. Yeah, trying to get the right wind angle to the wave angle is really key. When Mark and I were going downwind, we had a little breathing room and open water to the rest of the fleet. I was kind of holding with him, but it wasn't feeling very good in my boat. And then I jibed, and I felt like I started making some gains fairly quickly.
And then I jibed over when I saw him making gains.
Yeah.
Andrew, was the port jibe, is that the one that you felt better on downwind? Or?
I think it changed,
Changed, yeah.
I couldn't say right now, third race, it was all port downwind or whatever. Yeah, my general rule of thumb is if you're going downwind and you think you're doing the right thing, and you're riding waves, but you're not able to catch the amount of waves you normally do, and the boat feels a little bound up and it's not flowing and you can't head up all the way or head down all the way, you're probably not matching the wave angle to the breeze angle. So if you jibe, 9 times out of 10, it feels so much better and you're just ready to go up and down and just, the boat's freer, it rides the waves smoothly, it's not like trying to fight it and you're going by the lee and you're getting all sketchy and you're trying to press it.
Yeah.
So it frees up. So when it doesn't feel right downwind, just jibe. As long as your Cunningham bang and outhaul are all set well. Yeah. And I did notice a couple times there, I got a little loose downwind, and then I looked up, and I was just a little off on the bang, and I tensioned a little bit, and I just gained control of the boat again. So all those types of things, just obviously make sure first that the boat is well moted for the conditions downwind, and the board is in the right spot. And if for some reason you're not able to catch them the way you usually do, probably need to jibe. And then clear air, of course.
I have a question for you, because you said, okay, you wanted to go course right going upwind,
Yeah.
right, for the current,
Yeah.
but then you're saying go course right downwind for the current? One
Thank
would
you.
think that you would do the opposite.
Yeah. All right. So
I think you got more, like the time we were together, you got a puff over there that brought you in.
There was
thought.
headers off the shore.
when I say course right, it's always looking upwind, right?
Right.
So just again, looking upwind, going upwind, you're getting out of the current a little bit, going right, and then you're getting those fairly significant right-hand shifts. And then going downwind, playing course right, again you get those shifts, and you'd be slowly digging into the current. So, yeah, I think it makes sense.
So it was the shifts that you were getting off the right going downwind that was helping. Because in the last race, I rounded behind Lawrence. I kind of stayed away from, because
yeah.
Mark was rounding and everything else, so I just kind of like stayed away from you guys and kind of went high, and then I went below a few boats that were coming in above Port Tack ley line, and I was in some really nice pressure and just took off compared to the boats that went course right in that last one.
I think
So I think it was just the shift, it was just whatever shift you were in and staying in pressure.
And I think the last race we saw the weakest amount of current, or I actually don't know when the current was supposed to fully switch. Does anybody
4
know?
p.m. was the low tide in Norwalk, so I don't know
Okay,
yet
so it was
exactly.
getting within the last
It
hour
was-
of being weak.
It was running pretty hard out when we came back in through the channel mark, 'cause it was still running pretty hard.
Strikes me that might be why it's favored downwind as you get towards the leeward mark, the current may be more across the course, further up towards the weather mark, it's more lined up with the wind because it's
Yeah.
coming out of the
Yeah.
river, as you get down there.
And you guys would probably remember earlier in the day, it was difficult to fetch the windward mark if you were thin on ley line, starboard tack ley.
Yeah.
Yeah, the current was moving, but the
Don't
last
find that out.
the last windward mark grounding of the last race didn't have too much trouble. Even though 4 o'clock low, it was just getting a lot weaker.
Did anybody notice speaking of what Ched was saying, going downwind, as we got in the bottom half of the run, the waves were kind of going from course left to right.
Coming in from the sound.
Yeah, kind of coming like this as opposed to like this. You're coming more like this. So one could kind of work one's way down the last bit. But I suppose if you were coming from coming from here, then you were kind of going across them as you were getting, if you
Yeah,
went
yeah,
course
they were
right, and then you kind of got across them, you could be kind of, instead of going with them.
I've heard